Lolly ho, YouTubers! Gnomitzer Jones here. We are having a look at Pool Nation. I bought this game on Steam for $10. Just came out a few days ago, and I thought I would give it a chance and see how good it is. I haven't actually owned a pool game since 2000 when what was the name of that game? It was Virtual Pool 3 by Interplay, and it was pretty damn good for its day, I have to say. So this is by Cherry Pop Games, and this is actually their debut game. So we'll take a look and see if it's actually any good. First of all, let's take a look at the options menu real quick. Pretty basic options. You've got how to play, which teaches you all the different rules for the variant game rules. There's 8 games, as you can see here. So pretty good selection of different game types. Settings is pretty much what you'd expect. You can change the y-axis normal or reversed. Aim sensitivity is for mouse, and aiming aid is for when you move the ball. It will show you where the ball is going to go. Auto slow-mo is like a Matrix style kill cam thing. It's annoying. I just leave it off. Points display and control hints is what you'd expect. Audio, menu, game, and music. And controls, you can use the joypad or you can use the keyboard and mouse. Keyboard and mouse controls are fully rebindable, which is always nice. Okay, so there's a few different game modes. There's single player, which is the campaign, endurance mode, which is where you have to sink as many balls as you can, as quickly as you can, before the pool table fills up. And if you get too many balls on the table, then you lose. Versus is you can pick whatever game type you like. You can play against a human player as hot seat mode, or you can play against a AI player. And the AI players are pretty damn competent, I have to say. They are pretty tough. Even the easy ones are pretty good. So, yep. So I will get into a single player game and give you a demo. Alright, so let's get into a match. So, Mike Miller, a failed ex-stuntman. Mike Miller's trick shots are liable to crash and burn. Alright. Challengers: win the match, any skill shot, and do a swerve or jump shot. One thing to note about this is that if you do the 2 challenges, but you don't win the match, then they don't count. So this is a very all or nothing game, and I don't really know how I feel about that. On the one hand, it's like, yeah, pool is an all or nothing game, but on the other hand, it's like, I got the challenge, but it just doesn't count. I don't know how. I don't know. It's tricky. So you'll see here that the graphical fidelity of this game is absolutely stunning. I love the graphic style. It actually reminds me of Mirror's Edge. It's got that very clean, bloomy, sci-fi, sterile look to it, which is good. It's a beautiful game. The actual pool is absolutely wonderful. So you'll see that you can easily see where the balls are going to go by moving the ball. If you forget what the controls do on the keyboard, just press K. It'll bring up all the controls so that you can remind yourself what they are, and then just hit K again and that will disappear. So that's a really, really handy, very, very nice feature. I'm really glad they included that because I have a terrible memory and I'm always forgetting what buttons do what. So this game operates basically like any other pool game. You hold down the left mouse button, pull the mouse back a little bit. You'll see the power bar show up above the ball, and then when you want to fire, you just move the mouse forward. You can also pull the mouse back, and when you get to the power level that you want, you could just press the space bar, and that will lock it. Personally, I don't use this because I just don't need it. It's one extra button that I have to remember. but I have a feeling that people who have trouble using a mouse, like if they have eye-hand coordination disabilities or something, this is going to be something that is very, very handy for them. So I'm glad they included it. I don't personally use it, but it's nice to have anyway. So if you get trick shots and ball streaks, then you get extra points. Okay, let's see. Oh, I do not have a good shot here. This is not good. Alright. Well, fuck it. Holy crap! That was... How did I do that? I have no idea. That was totally luck. I wish I could say that I planned that, but I didn't. And I just got the 8-ball in. Well, it was a good start. Anyway, that's Pool Nation in a nutshell. I mean, there's really not much else to say about it. It's pool. But the actual pool game is fantastic. The pool cue is smooth as butter. The physics are great. Everything is, as far as the actual pool game, is just fine. Okay, so before I go, there's a couple more things that I want to show you. So this game does have a bunch of tutorials, and you can do these to learn how to do various shots, everything from simple shots all the way to really advanced stuff, kick shots, combos, jump shots, bank shots. And one little quirky thing is if you push these arrows, then what happens is it will load up the tutorial instead of scrolling down like you think it would. So don't click these arrows, just use the scroll on the mouse wheel to go up and down, because otherwise it's just going to be, it's really frustrating. I don't know why that is, but it's a little quirky. And second of all, you can archive games and then you can rewatch them, but the problem is that I don't know how to get out of the replay mode. I push every single button I can think of, and I can't figure out how to get out of it. The only way that I was able to exit was to go back to Windows and minimize the game and then just close the game, because I couldn't figure out how to get out of it. I don't know, maybe I'm just an idiot. Who knows? And finally, I want to talk about the customizable stuff. And I really hate it when games do this. All this content is locked because it's all tied into the single player campaign. In order to get all this stuff, you have to beat the single player campaign, which to me is really, really bad. Games need to stop doing this. It's not okay. I paid for this game. I want all of this content. And I will never have the patience or the time or the skill to be able to get all of this content. So even though I paid for it, I won't be able to get any of this good stuff. Just because they decided that they wanted to force the single player campaign down my throat. And that is pretty much the one thing about this game that pisses me off. And it's something that's always pissed me off about a lot of games recently. Well, not recently, but for a while. That's been going on for a while, and it's just irritating. It needs to stop. So other than that, and those couple little quirky interface issues that I mentioned, the game is absolutely phenomenal. I am really having a good time. I've played it for several hours, and it's just a really fun, rock-solid pool game. The physics are fantastic. The balls and the cue have an amazing amount of weight to them, and it's just a great-looking, really fun pool game. I really hope that they continue to improve the game. I know that there's a patch coming up that's going to have this box of tricks mode, which looks really phenomenal, and I can't wait for that. Maybe I will do a follow-up video of this game and show you what that's all about. And that's pretty much going to do it for me. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.